teach you how to care for your bossy hair. Our names are Lydia and Alma. Subscribe to our channel. Please don't touch my hair. I will box you out the head. Shut up.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to our amazing channel where your life changes instantly. Today we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Yes, we are heavily into our hair and talking about hair tips and things like that, but we're also people and we want to get more into our lifestyle side of YouTube.
Especially during this time.
Yes, we thought it'd be a good time to talk about grief, which is not always easy to address and acknowledge, and it's also very hard to get advice on grief. So this video is more so an introduction. We want to see how the response will be, see if you have any specific questions, but I guess we could start off by giving our own takes. Yeah, we'll go from there.
Yeah, well, my experience with grief, it hits you out of nowhere. It's kind of hard to explain because I've been quite numb for a very long time. I mean, I think about my dad every day, and I have my own way of staying connected to him, like spiritually. I remember when he first passed, we saw like white feathers. That never ever happens, and we keep a clean house. We don't have any feathers like lingering around or anything. So when we saw that, we were like, okay. It's like a sign that an angel has left or was just there, or to let you know that they're okay. But that's my own experience. Like, everyone has their different experiences. And I was still in college as well, so I was just focusing on my work one time and then just bursted into tears and everyone had to leave the room. Yeah, so that kind of thing happens. But as the years went by, you can get through it. I guess you can find your own strength to like kind of control your emotions, because before if I felt the grief coming, I'd let it out. That is the way to do it, but I got to a point where I was kind of tired of crying. Yeah, my chest, whew, the chest pain was just too much. It felt like my heart was about to explode, and if I didn't cap that, then it could have been a different story. But what kept me from doing that is that I know I have a loving family, and I want to be there for this idiot. I just really had to grip that up. That also comes spiritually. It's not easy, but that's my experience for now.
So my experience, okay, first of all, I just have to say, for me to cope with many situations, and it's in our culture as well, I have to find ways to laugh. Of course, when it first happened, because it was sudden, it was unexpected, I was like the somewhat drama queen, but I don't mean it in the sense of I'm dramatic on purpose. That's how I react to situations. But it's weird, like usually when the time where people expect me to be like all over the place, I can be very calm. I was the one who's like, when I cried, like it's very heavy, and I was the one like rolling on the floor in the hospital, like what? I was like to the nurse, like try one more time. Like I was just in so much shock. So it was a lot of shock to the body. My body reacted in different ways. Like I didn't know what a panic attack was, and I had like my first one, and that was really scary. So I thought I don't want that to happen again. So I did what Alma talked about. I felt like, okay, I have to reach a point where I can control my breathing and my emotions so that I don't bring harm into myself. There's so many phases and stages. Like you blame yourself a lot. Like sometimes we all take turns going through feeling like it was our fault even though it wasn't. And also you have to deal with a lot of annoying and sometimes stupid things people say. Again, through culture as well, that can be really annoying. So there's just so many layers. Like that's why we kind of felt like we kind of give an overview of our experience and then see what people want to know, especially because grief is like everywhere. Especially it's a non-stop thing, but especially now with what's going on in the world, it's just like death is more to your face. I'd say for sure, like I used to have a huge fear of anything death related, like going to funerals, seeing a funeral. I always close my eyes, all that kind of stuff. Anything death related I didn't like. I just avoided or freaked out. So then when we had to go through it, I don't know, I have a different view of it. Even like fear of death, I have my moments, but it's not as huge as it was. So, which I guess helps keep us calm during this epidemic. We're keeping calm and not paranoid. But yeah, it's just really painful whenever you see another person, especially someone you know, has to go through this. Because I remember when it first happened with us, we were like, gosh, we'll be great, like happy when another year goes by and we know we could get through it, or when 5-10 years go by so that it can calm down a bit. It still feels like yesterday for me, but I just hope we can give people the hope or the reassurance that you can laugh again and have a new normal where you're okay and you know you can get through it. Because like my dad was my best friend and I talked to him about any and everything, and then to not have that support there, that love like physically there anymore, it's just really weird. We just want to bring comfort to you all and let you know that you can get through it, or even if you haven't experienced it, but it's to let you know that one day, you know, you most likely will go through it. You'll be okay whenever that day is. But I guess for now, for those of you who still have loved ones around that you cherish and are still with you, take as many pictures as you can and create as many memories as you can, even in this lockdown. Like, just try and enjoy yourself. And we will we want this to be like a grief series, so we'll talk about different aspects of grief. But for now, this is just testing the water to see, because it's just a part of life, see how you all feel about it and what you'd like to know or like us to touch on. Yeah, and you know us, we're gonna have to tell a few jokes like to lighten the load.
Oh yeah, that's always there. It's always gotta be there.
But yeah,
Look on the brighter side.
yeah, on the bright side.
Move away.
I was
too much brightness there.
Exactly. On the bright side. I'm
Lydia,
still here with you.
move. God, you want to create memories like this?
Not with you.
Not with me. Okay.
I'd much rather create
Okay.
memories with my subscribers.
Oh wow. Yeah, me too.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Bye. Remember those walls I built?
Maybe it's tumbling down.
They didn't even put up a fight.
It didn't even make a sound. What? Oh.